What's up, everyone? You know who I am. I'm Jack Slater, aka Comic Outlaw, and yeah, there's a war going on. And it's World War Hulk. Yes, the Outlaws cut. And we're about to smash it up with the Green Goliath himself, the World Breaker, the Hulk. As Hulk talks to Hercules after beating the ever-loving hell out of him, Hulk begins to realize there's people here that support him, that cheer for him, that find him a hero, even though they come from different backgrounds. And for various reasons, they follow the World Breaker. But still, the Hulk wants to be left alone to do his mission. He drives everyone away, but not out of anger, not out of spite, because a helicopter drops something on him. A bomb with very special shrapnel. Indeed, adamantium. One thing that could pierce the World Breaker's flesh. And they dropped it on him, hoping that it would destroy him. But as always, it only makes him angrier. It only makes the World Breaker crave more violence, more blood. As Amadeus calculates with his sharp mind and uses the adamantium to divert another missile coming down. For this kid is the sixth smartest being in this world. And as a cousin of Submariner helps out, knocking one of the missiles off course. And this is where the Warbound meets the other Hulk allies. And a temporary truce is set up. And now Rick Jones is being courted by S.H.I.E.L.D. and the other organizations, saying they must stop the World Breaker before it's too late. But will they be able to? Amadeus has his own plans for trying to stop the Hulk. As the Hulk gets up, the World Breaker is healed, but something else inside of him. Rage builds, hatred builds. As the Hulk jumps up, moving the other heroes out of the way, he grabs the missile, breaking it in half. As it explodes and the World Breaker falls back down. As he gets up, he knows what he must do. And he wants to be left alone. And the Warbound tell the heroes that they are allies of Hulk. They have freedom to walk the city, but leave the World Breaker to his own business. For this is their war, and not theirs. But Amadeus has other plans. As him and Rick begin to discuss ideas, and as the members from S.H.I.E.L.D. begin to make their own plans, they know that Rick Jones is possibly the only man capable of stopping him, talking him off the ledge, as they send Rick off to follow him. The World Breaker would never deny Rick and allow him to stand at his side along with the Warbound, whether the Warbound likes it or not. As the other heroes and the members of S.H.I.E.L.D. plan what they're going to do next. How they're going to fix this situation. How they're going to get the World Breaker out of New York. Amadeus has his own plans and gives them beepers. Yes, beepers. And tells them that he will send for them when he needs them. As they all do a little handshake. And they go about their separate ways, trying to help the people of New York, as all hell is broken loose since the World Breaker has landed. And as everyone begins to make their own plans, find their own way, and figure out exactly what they're going to do, Amadeus goes on the hunt for the World Breaker and finds the dungeon where all the heroes are captured implanted with the same discs that enslaved Hulk. They're all prisoners. And as Iron Man begins to lay out what's going on, trying to form his own plans and alliance with Amadeus, but that will do him no good, for the World Breaker is listening and watching. And the World Breaker and Amadeus must have this conversation. For Amadeus believes in Bruce. Not the World Breaker, but Bruce, the man inside the monster. Meanwhile, at Madison Square Garden, where so many events have taken place, now there will be another. As the Hulk begins to talk with Amadeus, he pulls his sword, trying to show Amadeus that he has no mercy left in his soul as he pulls his sword out with stops. Flings it at him, and yet the blade does not kill him. It comes so close. As Amadeus is rescued, pulled away from the World Breaker. But it'll do them no good, for the World Breaker finds them, is on the hunt for them. No one will stop him, not even his closest friends. He must have his revenge. As Amadeus begins to calculate, he sets up another trap, using his ingenious mind. And this is where him and Bruce have something in common. They see the world in math, science, calculations. For Banner was a genius, and the Hulk a savage, and the World Breaker is both. And Amadeus tries to reach out to him. He tells him that he's not a killer. The time the Hulk did kill was either for self-defense or for when his body was separated and used as a puppet. So many different instances he's had the opportunity to kill all the heroes that attacked him. But still, each time, whenever possible, the World Breaker showed mercy. And this is the difference between a warrior and a killer. And Amadeus sees it in him. He's trying to reach out to the man inside him, the person he is, but he's too far gone. And Hulk is trying to convince him, and maybe himself, that he can kill these men that deserve to die, that took his wife and child. And Amadeus tries another tactic. Reasoning won't work. Maybe something else will. As the people begin to cheer, knowing what's coming, and knowing the heroes are going to be in the main event. But Amadeus tries, he gets angry and reaches out and punches the World Breaker. He even grabs a weapon and does nothing to him. But there's another surprise. Angel throws a hero who has the ability to poison. And she reaches out and touches the World Breaker's face as he swats her away like a fly. As his flesh begins to rot, burn, Amadeus tries one more tactic. He reaches out to him, and instead of reasoning, he pushes his rage, saying that all these people, Betty, his wife, his other girlfriend had died all because of him. All because he was a monster. And Hulk, fully healed, growls and reaches out And in rage, he looks at Amadeus. As he takes both arms and he prepares to smash down, crushing the pavement before Amadeus, pushing him back, knocking him over as the debris flies everywhere, and Hercules valiantly goes for Amadeus. And the boy is alive. He's still moving. Through all that rage, he pushed Hulk mentally beyond anyone else has ever pushed him. And now he knows for sure that he's not a killer. And Hercules believes Amadeus. And hopefully, deep down, the World Breaker believes it too. And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.